fight over abortion rights has exploded nationwide following the release of the draft opinion saying the Supreme Court is poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. Several states have plans in effect to ban abortion once the decision is released. Others are strengthening their protection of reproductive rights.
Let's bring in Amber Phillips for more on this. She's a staff writer for the Washington Post's The Fix. Amber, welcome. Great to have you with us. First off, what exactly are these trigger laws and how do they work?
Yeah, I think they're exactly what they sound like. And what they are laws that many years ago, usually lawmakers and especially conservative states have put on the books saying, okay, if the Supreme Court ever overturned Roe v. Wade, of course, that's the only federal protection for abortion we have in America. If they ever overturned it, abortion would be banned or nearly almost banned in our state immediately. They would go into effect when this happened. At the time, some of these laws go back as far as 15 years. Some of them picked up steam when the Trump administration was appointing justices that President Trump said he wanted to oppose abortion rights. So at the time, a lot of these conservative lawmakers were using these trigger laws as an example to show their base that they were fighting against abortion protections. They were fighting to end abortion without, I think, thinking about this happening one day. And now here we are, and as many, like you said, more than a dozen states, almost immediately, if the Supreme Court rules in June or July that Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional, abortion could be banned without legislatures having to reconvene and debate all this stuff again.
Tanya, as you know, there are at least 10 states without these trigger laws that have other kinds of abortion restrictions in place. So what would overturning Roe v. Wade mean for those states?
Yeah, it's a mix. And so when you put it all together, what it means is about half of America, pretty soon after, if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, abortion could be very difficult to obtain, if not outright banned. So in 10 of these states have perhaps a 6-week ban, like the one that Texas passed in September and has been hanging on despite legal challenges. Other states might have a 15-week ban. And like Florida just passed one of those, and still other states might limit their exceptions for abortion. I'm seeing an increasing trend in red states of pushing abortion laws that don't allow for exceptions for rape or incest, for example, or if the fetus has an abnormality.
So, Amber, what are we seeing then happening in the more Democratic states, right? How are Democratic leaders there shoring up abortion rights in their states, or, abortion access rights in their states?
I think that's a smart question to ask, because what a post-Roe landscape looks like in America is it depends on what politicians rule your state. It looks, if you look at maps and you put together where these trigger laws are in place versus where Democratic states might try to expand abortion protections, it's completely divided, with the South and Midwest restricting abortion and then the coast generally trying to expand it. What happens in these Democratic states? Democrats are still trying to figure that out. They have been much slower over the years to push legislation protecting and expanding abortion rights, whereas, as we've seen, Republicans have been on the mark for the past 15 years, putting in place trigger laws and trying to test Roe v. Wade through several court decisions. So I don't necessarily know what that would look like for Democratic states. They could give more money to clinics, which I've heard some from people say clinics, say on the border in New Mexico next to Texas, are completely overwhelmed. They've turned waiting rooms into places to see patients. So they could try to boost up clinics. They could try to ensure that you can receive mailed abortion pills. They could do any number of things. But I don't think Democrats in these states have coalesced around specific legislation.
All right, Amber Phillips, thank you for the insight.
Thank you.